Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel M Chemistry. Last time we discussed about aldol condensation reaction taken from the chapter of aldehydes and ketones of 12th class. Now this time we are going to discuss about Cannizzaro reaction. What happens in Cannizzaro reaction? It takes place between the two aldehyde molecules, and the basic condition for this sort of reaction is that the molecule must be lacking alpha hydrogen. There must not be any alpha hydrogen in the molecule, otherwise that would be the case of aldol condensation that we have discussed last time. So here the necessary condition is quite opposite to that we had in case of aldol condensation. There was the necessity of the alpha hydrogen for the enolate formation, but here the molecule undergoing Cannizzaro reaction must not possess any alpha hydrogen. Now obviously ketones don't show Cannizzaro reaction because in ketones there is definitely the presence of alpha hydrogen. So both aromatic as well as aliphatic aldehydes, in case of aliphatic, the 2-formaldehyde which is lacking alpha hydrogen. Okay, so aromatic and aliphatic aldehydes lacking alpha hydrogen, when treated with concentrated alkali solution. Concentrated alkali solution means for example the solution of NaOH strong base, that is sodium hydroxide, then such molecules undergo disproportionation. Disproportionation simply means self-oxidation reduction. When same kind of molecule undergo oxidation as well as reduction, that type of reaction is called disproportionation. We are taking same kind of molecule here, that is ArCHO. Ar means aryl group, C6H5 group, so it means benzaldehyde, and here we are having HCHO, that is formaldehyde. So in both these cases we are taking similar molecules. So reaction between similar molecules, and when that sort of reaction you oxidized as well as reduced product from the two similar molecules, then this sort of reaction is called disproportionation. So Cannizzaro reaction is disproportionation in nature. Disproportionation reaction in it. For illustration, here we have taken the example of formaldehyde and benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde, 2 moles of benzaldehyde undergoing Cannizzaro reaction in presence of concentrated base. In some books written as 50% means concentrated base, NaOH, sodium hydroxide. One molecule is getting reduced to benzyl alcohol, this C6H5CH2OH, and another one is getting oxidized to, we have said that, carboxylic acid, but here since NaOH has been taken as a base, so Na part of that will go, and we will go to the carboxylic and we will get the sodium salt of that carboxylic acid, that is sodium salt of benzoic acid, and this is simply called as sodium benzoate. Likewise, when 2 moles of formaldehyde are taken and those undergo Cannizzaro reaction in presence of concentrated base, we get one molecule of that is reduced to methanol and another one to sodium salt of carboxylic acid, that is here in this case of formaldehyde we are getting sodium salt of formic acid, that is sodium formate. Now what happens in this reaction? This is quite obvious from the mechanism. If we have a look at the mechanism of the reaction. Now for mechanism, let us take the case of formaldehyde. Mechanism involves certain steps as shown here. The very first step is the action of strong base on one molecule of the aldehyde, that is concentrated base. Here negative part of the concentrated base, that is negative part means hydroxide ion of this NaOH strong base that attacks over here on this electrophilic center, on this electrophilic carbon, which is electrophilic in nature because of having partial positive charge due to the electronegativity difference with that of oxygen. Oxygen being more electronegative tend to pull this electron pair towards itself, and oxygen becomes negatively charged as shown here. This sort of ion that is formed, this now attacks by means of hydride in the second step onto the another molecule of formaldehyde as shown here. So the second step is also simply called as hydride shift, which involves hydride shift. So this is simply called as hydride shift step. This was the ion that was formed in the first step. This now due to this electron donation of both of these two oxygen atoms, this hydrogen has to go along with this electron pair. Now whenever hydrogen leaves along with the electron pair, then this is called hydride, that is H negative, and when hydrogen leaves without electron, that is simply called H positive or proton. Now here this hydrogen is going along with the electron pair due to this electron donating effect of both these oxygen atoms. Now when this goes along with this electron pair, this then attacks onto this another molecule of formaldehyde and get attached onto this electrophilic carbon. Now since its valency is increased to 5, in order to restore the valency, this electron pair has to go or shift towards more electronegative oxygen, and thereby forming this sort of ion, a sodium salt of methanol. Here this is simply called as sodium methoxide, and we are getting on the other hand formic acid. Now for the sake of stability, here now comes the final step, and thereafter we will get our ultimate or final products. What happens here? Here proton shift or proton exchange takes place. That is because of the stability factor. Now since the second step was the slow, it has been experimentally observed that this is a hydride shift is slow step, so it is rate determining step. Okay. Now what I was talking about is that the in the final step proton shift happens for the sake of stability. How we can say that? Simply we were having in the previous step, we were having in the second step, we were having products as formic acid and sodium methoxide, but proton shift occurs for the sake of stability, and the stability is due to the formation of this resonance stabilized carboxylate ion. So H from carboxylic acid goes to sodium methoxide, negatively charged oxygen of the sodium methoxide, and as a result of this proton shift we will get methanol and sodium salt of formic acid, that is sodium formate. Again I am telling you that this is due to the stability reason. Here negatively charged oxygen of sodium this formic acid takes sodium ion. This becomes negatively charged because this negative charge in this case now in this ion now in this sodium formate now, this will undergo resonance. This negative charge will be spread out over this entire space, over this entire part. Okay, so this is due to the stability. This proton shift is due to the stability, for ensuring stability here. Now we have certain types of Cannizzaro reaction as well, and the simple type, another type, that is cross Cannizzaro reaction. Now this happens when the two molecules are dissimilar, but remember both lacking alpha hydrogen. Now here we have taken the case of dissimilar molecules. One is benzaldehyde and the other is formaldehyde. So products what we are getting here in presence of concentrated base are simply 50% base. Out of these two, here now formaldehyde is getting oxidized to sodium formate, and benzaldehyde is getting reduced to benzyl alcohol. Okay, this is benzyl alcohol, and this is sodium formate. Now why so? Why this formaldehyde has been oxidized and not this benzaldehyde has been oxidized? But benzaldehyde actually has been reduced to benzyl alcohol. Now this is quite obvious from this mechanism. What happens? Now we see in case of benzaldehyde, due to this electron donating effect, this carbon atom of benzaldehyde is less electrophilic as compared to this carbon atom of formaldehyde. So attack of negative part of base will be preferentially on the carbon atom, more electrophilic carbon atom of the formaldehyde, rather than its attack on the. So accordingly that formaldehyde will be oxidized, and moreover taking into consideration that stability factor as well. Now we will come to know by this mechanism. So attack over here, more electrophilic carbon center, which is more electrophilic as compared to this carbon, because electron density here is increasing due to this plus R or plus I effect of this group, aryl group. Electron density is increasing here onto this carbon, and thereby rendering it less electrophilic as compared to this. So attack of negative part of the base preferentially takes place on the carbon of the formaldehyde in the first step, and we will get this sort of ion. And obviously in the next step or second step, what happens? Hydride shift. H negative of this ion goes over here on the second molecule, another molecule, that is benzaldehyde taken, and this electron pair shifts onto more electronegative oxygen atom, and we get formic acid and sodium salt of this molecule, and finally proton shift happens, and we get sodium formate and benzyl alcohol. So this is benzyl alcohol and this is sodium formate. Okay. Now we have another, just like we did in case of aldol condensation, where we took intramolecular aldol condensation into consideration. Here likewise we have also the case of internal or intramolecular Cannizzaro reaction. Now remember, ketone don't undergo Cannizzaro reaction because they possess alpha hydrogen. They contain alpha hydrogen in them, so they can't undergo Cannizzaro reaction. However, alpha ketoaldehydes give internal Cannizzaro reaction as shown here. So this is alpha ketoaldehyde. This undergoes Cannizzaro reaction in presence of concentrated base, that is NaOH, and we are getting this sort of product. So how? This is quite clear from the mechanism. If we take this type of molecule, that is alpha ketoaldehyde, here out of keto group and aldehyde group, as per the preference rule, which is the principal group that you have done in your previous class, that is 11th class, in the section of nomenclature, this gets priority over this keto group. So this is the main group, CHO aldehydic group, and the next carbon attached to it is called alpha, so alpha keto aldehyde. Now what happened? First of all, the action of or the attack of this negatively charged ion from the base over here on this carbon. Again, why? Why not on this carbon? Because it is connected to a plus I group, which is increasing electron density over here and making it less electrophilic as compared to this carbon. So this is more electrophilic, and hence attack will preferentially occur over here and not on this carbon. So as a result of this, electron pair will shift onto more electronegative oxygen and we will get this type of ion. Now what happens? This electron pair may go over here again, and this has to, because this carbon is now attached to oxygen and both have tendency of being formed as a dianion, and consequently the electron donating effect or electron donation effect of both these two oxygen atoms will make this hydrogen to leave along with this electron pair, that is as hydride, and go on to this another molecule, this another part of the molecule, that is on to this another carbon atom, this electrophilic, which is electrophilic due to the presence of this more electronegative oxygen, and this is obviously positive, partial positively charged. So attack of this H negative will be over here. Now this hydrogen will be getting connected with this oxygen, and this electron pair shifts onto this oxygen atom, that is shown here. Now finally proton shift happens and we are getting this final product. Hope you have understood today's lecture. Since I am from J&K, we have here internet problem. We are running just this 2G network, so I am going to make videos of limited time. So in future I will be trying my best to upload videos of longer duration. So bye bye, have a nice day.